Brendan Rodgers has demanded changes from the Celtic board, whether it be the players or him himself. Welcome back to Fog Football here for a mega Saturday, a super Saturday. Don't really normally call it a super Saturday, but I tell you what, it is happening across the board. Change needed for Celtic. 12:30 kick-off with half an hour when you're listening to this video. Well, when this video gets uploaded, right, I would say 12 o'clock. Bang, 12th of April 2025. Boom. And then obviously, I believe Celtic Kelly is on Sky. That is on Sky. Thought for half a second they might be on Premier Sports, but I'm pretty sure it's on Sky. But we'll dive into what Brendan Rodgers had to say. He said quite a lot. He says, changes needed for the squad this summer. It's either that or the manager goes. We always want to improve the team, improve the hunger in the team, because one of the ways to succeed and guard across what I've been talking about is you need the freshness. It's either that or the manager goes. It's as simple as that. You cannot be at a club for a long period of time with the same group of players. And likewise, the same group of players need a different voice maybe. But at this moment, it would be about improving the squad. End of quote. Well, I mean, I think you can look at this a few ways. Right. Is there a possibility that Celtic don't sign anybody in the summer and still win this league? You could argue, yeah. Depends what Rangers do. It really fricking does at the end of the day. But I would agree with Rodgers. I think that Celtic team, there is a few changes that need to be made, you know. We joke about Adam Adey and all that good stuff, but reality is, I think they'll need to get rid of him. I think like Rio Atati is a guy that a lot of players, or a lot of fans, sorry, have kind of just think he's ran his race. James Forrest, another guy that Celtic fans would probably like to move on. Greg Taylor, of course, he's moving on. Nicholas Kuhn kind of went off the boil. Arnie Engels is getting pelters as well. I mean, it feels like Jota's been good since his coming back. I wouldn't, he's not hit the heights that he once had, but I don't think anyone really expected that for the get-go. I mean, it kind of just feels like Dyson Maida is carrying everybody on his back at Celtic, if we're being honest. That's the way it feels like. But I do agree with Rodgers. It is very rare that the same manager keeps the same squad and they succeed for season after season after season. It does tend to be, either a manager goes or they spice it up, they bring somebody else in new. Now, well, player-wise that is, Rodgers went on to say, I think naturally what you have at our club, there is a natural slide of players that move out and come in 3 or 4 years. I think change is needed, that freshness, the new energy coming into your squad that elevates any sort of complacency. However, this team does at the end of the season, we want to improve it. The team needs the competition. There's no doubt about the gap in the league. And also maybe a little bit off of coming at the Champions League. It's just taking a slight edge off. That's a mindset that I need to continue to work within the squad in order to improve that. I don't forget how well they've done, but I can't accept what that was last week. End of quote there. Brendan Rodgers, of course, the 1-0 against Perth that I've seen a lot of fingers get pointed towards the ball boys of Perth, and that's the reason why Celtic compete, which I kind of find a bit funny, but I know that's all a bit of, well, I say it's all banter. It is banter for some people, but there is some people. It's like Ty from Arsenal Fan TV with the excuses. Oh, well, it was raining today. And Robbie's like, but it was raining for both teams, Ty. It was raining for both teams, and the ball boys, well, I guess they were only really wasting time from a St Johnstone point of view, but what are you going to do? Batter the young boys? What are you going to turn into Eden Hazard? Doesn't really work. It doesn't work like that around here, pal. But in terms of the changes needed, what's Brendan Rodgers going to do for the game against Kelly? Well, by the time this video gets uploaded, changes would have been made. You look at the St Johnstone game. Is Greg Taylor going to start over Sloop, despite him leaving? Who knows? Sinisola probably will start, but Schmeichel was back in training, so you never know. A lot of poor performances against St Johnstone. What's Rodgers going to do? I mean, I think no matter what, Dyson Maida's going to be playing. I guess you could make a bunch of changes to that midfield. Cal McGregor wasn't that great either. Adam Adey will be nowhere near the team. So we'll see how it ends up. But guess what, guys? Review City today. Celtic Kelly, check out the review about 3. Then, of course, reaction to the top 6. It's an action-filled day waiting ahead of us. Till next time, peace.